Yo, my name is Eric, and I am here to play some Magic the Gathering with you. This is an update to my Grixis Threats deck, as I have been playing it through the ladder and getting pretty mixed results, learning more and more about the meta, and being disappointed by it. I've made a few changes as the meta has continued to very rapidly change online. I've swapped out the 3 duresses in the main for 3 shocks. This may be going back. Essentially, the shocks are there to answer the T1, T2 mana dork plan, and it's a little more essential to have an answer to that early than it is to have a duress on turn 1. That's less important right now. 1 lava coil for phoenixes and basilica bellhaunts. We've taken out the Tyrant Scorns because I just haven't gotten a lot of premium targets out of them. We've added Ingress Rampages because, you know, this does a lot of things that our deck couldn't do before. It allows us to deal with 5 toughness creatures on empty boards. It allows us to deal with big things like a Liliana or a big Teferi or whatever with just 2 mana. And it's just allows us to get stuff like Thorn Lieutenant without triggering, which is some added value. We're still sticking with the Butcher and War Boss. We cut 1 Thief and replaced it with a Nightveil Predator. This is pretty interesting because most decks can't kill it at all. Aside from Board Wipe or Ingress Rampage, there's pretty much no interacting with this. And it does infinitely block anything with, 2 power or below, and it allows us to really hassle planeswalkers because there's not many flying creatures that I've run into that are super common. And if anything, it trades with whatever the most pressing threat is in the board on defense. Still 4 Bedevils. I'm starting to see decks go back to Vraska's Contempt, and I'm uncertain why. Yes, you may exile a creature or 2 or a planeswalker or 2 in your average game, but Command the Dreadhorde is still going to beat your opponent. And I don't know why you would make your curve worse just to play Contempt. 4 mana is a lot more than 3 in these matchups, and 3 is where you generally want your curve to be heaviest. Okay, we have added 1 Hellkite. Just another hasty creature, and originally I believe we had a Sarkhan Sarkhan the Mad here, or we tried out Kefnet. Kefnet was just getting bounced and killed and bounced and killed and never doing anything. So we replaced it with a Sarkhan Hellkite here, and this moves us to only 3 Planeswalkers main for our sideboard plan, which is usually taking out 2 Dragon Gods, adding 2 Immortal Suns, and in the event of the Dreadhorde deck, we're adding a Sentinel Totem as well. We still have most of your regular things here, a couple Elder Spells, a couple Lava Coils for more Ritual of Soots and Basilica Bellhaunts, 1 Cry, 2 Ritual of Soot, 2 Into the God Eternals for a life gain. 2 might be too low for this. I may be underselling that matchup. It's not a great matchup, but I'm seeing less and less mono red online. Your local meta may be considerably different. So that's where we're at with this right now. Let's run a couple of games, and as you know, luck is the almighty factor in these matchups. But we'll play a few and see if anything goes right. Try to make the best decisions we can. Also, Xfinity did finally come and dig up my front yard and backyard, and maybe we will have an uninterrupted internet connection. So that's cool. This is not great, but I think it's okay. If we're going to see Incubation Druid here, we're going to cook it immediately. Syncopate? I'm starting to see some people play Syncopate, which is interesting. This is playing out like it's the old Reclamation build, which if it is probably a pretty bad matchup for us. Okay, now looking more like the Sultai Dreadhorde deck, and they just don't have their black sources yet. 2 misses to shake the world. Fantastic. Well, now that we are extremely dead, geez, what do we even do here? Huh. Yeah, I just think we lose. Devil this. We can lava
all I
quell
can here.
the land they swing with. Yeah, they just cast another one. That was a really, really good hit.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Yeah, illustrating the luck element of this game pretty accurately. They named Nissa and got not 1, but 2. Pretty appallingly bad for us. If he has a Spell Pierce here, I'm going to feel pretty dumb, but I wasn't winning this match anyway. That is annoying.
Stop!
Still has double green off the 1 forest. Yeah, this is definitely a bad matchup.
Harness the elements.
Nissa is a pretty back-breaking card. As you're seeing here, there's very little I can do to interact in a meaningful way. Is this Frilled Mystic? No. Nexus of Fate, huh? Well, good attack, chip 2 at Nissa, doesn't seem very impactful. As it stands, we're just blocking. Yeah, I don't think this is winnable here. We can't really interact with this as a threat at the moment.
The land fights for us. Do not underestimate my fortitude.
Hey. Thank you. Let's see what we see. Would like to see that a little longer for those of you who don't believe me when I say that I'm unlucky. Would you like to look at that? Just look at it. Drink it in. Drink it in, man. Double miss off the name. Triple land off my 1 offensive maneuver to try to come back. There you go. Good game. Yeah. This game, man. So mono white's starting to just play Tomic in the main, and then sideboard into Immortal Sun, which may be the direction I should be going in. Or even just Orsov creature beats with Tomic, and then you get the sideboard in Honor Guard and Immortal Sun. What a good first game of the day. Sure. Steam Vents into Catacomb Butcher. Or if he drops an elf, Dot Erasure. We do need another black source to get this Bedevil online. I think in this case we just drop the Thief of Sanity. Well, that's what this deck was designed to do. Be a Grixis deck that doesn't play like the typical control matchup and plays more of a threat-heavy game. I'd heard recently in some pro podcasts that when you're on the draw in matchups like this, it might actually be beneficial to side out one land. So I have been trying that out. I think the land I can sideboard out here is almost always the island. And we'll bring the Rampage back in. I do like the Rampage. Gets around the Paradise Druid problem. It's a pretty solid turn 2 removal spell. Also gets a Nissa. Ideally, we want them to Nissa, and we want to be able to set up a Ritual. So I don't think Cry is as good on the draw. This seems reasonable. Not great, but reasonable. They went down on cards. Well, if they have turn 3 Nissa, we do have turn 3 Bedevil. If it matters. Yeah, for having so many 2-drops and 1-drops, it's kind of criminal that we can't draw them. Thorn Lieutenant. Was not expecting to see Thorn Lieutenant. Wow. It's a lot of land. Tamio? I think we just swing the thief in here and then drop BOLAS. They have so much land that BOLAS's discard doesn't matter much right now. But it's the most efficient use of our mana. Otherwise we'd be Devil and steal a card. Last time we got 3 islands. What are the odds we get 3 islands again? We're gonna go for it. Tamio and Thorn Lieutenant. These are not impressive cards.
Through this land, we are all connected.
Now we need
The
a
land shall conquer
land to
you.
be able to skark in. And we're just stealing from their deck and seeing if we can get an answer. Oh, this is an answer, but we do not have the mana. They're gonna blink us again here? Jelly Boy is not gonna do it. So any land is good for us here.
Behold, nature's true power.
If he has another Nexus, I guess he gets indestructible lands and that kills us. Yep. Well, there was some argument here for me to have saved the Bedevil for the potential Nissa.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
But you can't predict double Nexus of Fate. Not a bad matchup, but we did not draw out the way we needed to. Ideal lines of play there are they play a threat and we have an answer. And they just went directly to Nissa game 1. Game 2 was a non-game, and game 3 they drew Thorn Lieutenants instead of Incubation Druids. And we didn't draw any of our 2-mana removal at all. This is not capable. Jeez. No game to be played here. Yeah. Does not look like we're going to get a game here, folks.
I know 88 ways to defeat you. Pick one. I must stay focused.
Interesting. Little Teferi would be bad. Wolfenkai is less bad, I guess. Doesn't trounce us on tempo.
I have just the trick for this.
Curious why they did Narset last turn.
I won't forget our time together.
Yeah, I just have too many cards. That's a good start. $28 life sure is high, though. Well, he doesn't have Kaya's. He can't Moment us. Cast down does nothing here. I don't think we cast anything else into the board. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. Suppose the Kaya's Wrath now. Yeah. And them having every card they need. It's getting a little old. Third Oath of Kaya. So they have now gained somewhere around 33 life, which is ridiculous. All right. Well, one more land, and I suppose we could BOLAS. So we could get a Liliana back, make it 2/2. We could get a Night Veil Predator, just so we don't get Elder Spelled out of the game. Kind of like that plan.
This power is incredible. Death means nothing to me.
That's a good thought erasure. Yep, called that.
A lucky win.
Nothing short of Kaya's Wrath saves him now. Gotta play around it sometimes. That was a pretty impressive comeback. So we're dealing with Esper superheroes, which is virtually creatureless. They will probably bring in Thief of Sanity. Some are, some aren't. We didn't see any baby Teferis, but we usually do. Dreadhorde Butcher is still actually pretty reasonable. We'll cut the shocks for the lava coils. There's so many different ways this deck builds that you don't know if they're bringing in Bell Haunts or Thieves or what. So you have to try to make a lot of weird choices. We'll cut 2 BOLAS for our 2 sons. Bring in an Elder Spell. Bring in the Duresses. Cut a Thief. Cut a land. Let's try that. Amazingly, for a deck that has this kind of mana base and these kind of crazy requirements, having 3 basics hasn't actually caused that many problems for me. I've had very few games where I lose due to a specific color missing. Lots where I don't draw land or I draw too much, but color screw has not really been a problem. We're on guild gates, but the hand is fairly solid. I think we keep it. We're going to lose at least one of these to Thought Erasure, so it's good that we have 2. Cool.
Let's slow this down. I'll protect you.
Oh, I chose creature. Oh, God. That was such an incredible punt. Oh, man, I am like half awake. Cool, maybe I'll play a Narset and we can Elder Spell.
I've got it.
Oh, my God. That's super funny. Okay. If I lose this one, that is because I am so awesome that I chose the wrong stupid mode. Why did I think the middle mode was Planeswalker? Gosh. Put that under mistakes you can only make in arena and cannot make in paper. So we're hoping he plays
That's
big to
more
fairy
like
here.
it.
That would be awesome. Oh, Bell Haunts.
If you wish to surrender, hone your prowess.
Cool. Now we definitely go Elder Spell. Ooh, there's removal too. D-Spark? Oh, he's thinking of the bounce. Sure. Kai's Wrath doesn't no good here. He could
Oh,
easily
I've done the
chuck
hero
it.
thing before.
Well, let's check for Dovin's Veto, shall we? Confirmed.
I really should have seen that coming.
Put thoughtfulness before action.
This is a pretty silly hand. A couple more mana would go a long way in making it effective, though. Another Dovin's Veto. We don't want to give him Legion War Boss. It makes his Kaya's Wrath too good. Hey, would you please work? Thank you. Should have attacked first, but I guess we both made punts.
I still have much to learn.
Probably should have taken the 2 off the Watery Grave. If he plays Big Teferi now, the untap sets him up for Dovin, whereas before I could have bedeviled as soon as he cast it. Thankfully, we are not punished there. Unfortunately, we got the 7th land source, but our Nikki B is deed. Man, is his hand all counterspells? Or just that many lands? Yeah, it could just be that many lands. Okay.
When you understand reality, you understand yourself. ether itself serves me.
Let's see if we can get this right this time. Creature. Not punished. Whew. All right. Didn't even get to get our Immortal Sun plan on, but perhaps we will see it. So I think right now the mono white deck probably beats up on the Nissa deck, and the Esper deck kind of beats up on the Nissa deck. Main deck, Kaya's Wrath, is pretty good. Yeah, it seems good. Kind of amazed that I've played 2 whole games and haven't been Command the Dreadhorde yet. Although if they're the land destruction deck, we already have 2 of our basics in hand. That's not good. Don't elf me, bro. Alright. How much do you value your elf? Your answer tells me if I should bedevil it. There's a lot of thought about this. Going to time. Consult the auguries. If it's an incubation druid, we're definitely gonna bedevil it. Yep. Bye-bye. I hope that was 2 forests and keep, and I just ruined their day. Ah, they're doing fine. False hope. So we're probably headed into Nissa City here. But we'll have 8 in the air to kill Nissa immediately. Sounds pretty damn good to me. The presence of blue here could suggest... what the F? Shalai? I would think Frilled Mystic, but alright. Shalai it is. Yeah, other than the land, you can start activating Shalai, which is pretty great. Yeah. That's pretty great too. We need to draw some removal here. Do we throw Nikki B away? We can't target that or that because of this. Yeah, I think we just swing in here. July is actually going to do us in. You drawn one removal spell this whole game? Gosh. Yep. One removal spell this whole stinking game. Wow. Yeah, now he just activates and gains 1 trillion life and I die. Good game. So not the deck I thought it was. Just Bant mid-range. So I don't think I have to worry about the sun plan here. We just want to kill their stuff. So Legion seems bad here. Thief seems bad here. Let's turn into a bit more of a reactive shell. That was rough. I still think bedeviling the incubation druid there was correct, on the assumption that I would cut them off a land. It did not play out that way, but I do think the line was correct. We just need to draw some lands. This hand will be great. Need to draw some lands, and this hand will be great. Just need to draw some lands, and this hand will be great. Just need to draw some lands and this hand will be great. Fuck! Fuck! Good lord, man. Like, what the actual fuck? Yeah, I guess it's an answer to Nissa. I can't fucking... son of a bitch. Top deck land. No. Shalala. I can't even use this now. Sure. Well, the best laid plans. Go away. Please. Thank y'all. Nissa.
What a strange and magnificent world. Rise, my elemental friend.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Now all I have to do is Ritual of Soot and I win. Oh no, he's going to gain a life. No, he's going to miss it. Okay.
Together, we will prevail.
I hope he understands that if he tries to double block, he dies that way too. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Oh, he can just single block though. And I can't lava coil my Dreadhorde Butcher. We really do need an effing land, and we cannot draw one. This is a pretty weird game of chess we're playing here.
Harness the elements.
Yeah, he's going to gain a lot of life off that Grixis. I might be dead here. Might not be a damn thing I can do about it. Yep, gets out of lethal range, draws a million cards with only 3 land. Well, I guess we swing first. And we hit them, and then hope we draw land for Sarkin? Skarkin? Skargan? I don't know. When it comes to having to get lucky to win, though, we generally don't do it.
The land fights for us.
Land or lose? Hey! I suppose once in a while we gotta get a little karma on our side. Okay, so this is the only real walker here. We're on the draw. We'll cut an island. It's still an island, right? Yeah. Butcher was still a huge pain in his butt, which we love. We'll bring in a shock. Maybe we should bring in the thief. He doesn't really have any removal. All right, game number 3 versus Band Good Stuff. Seems reasonable, not great. Legion War Boss kind of requires a lot of setup. Going straight into this nonsense. We have 2 bedevils, so let's cut it off for a little while here. Oh, I played the wrong land. Okay, let's thief. Bedeviling the Nissa after they play it doesn't matter either. It's all good to me. We take 3 instead. Oh. Actually made him think about his life choices. Alright, we'll just keep following our curve here, right? Finale of Glory.
I will protect the virtue of this world. The land shall comfort you.
Get the devil the land and Dreadhorde him, but that doesn't seem very impactful. We'll just do that. God damn it.
I must seek comfort in the land.
And, yeah.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Can't ever have a reasonable game, right? It's gotta be double
Behold,
Nissa,
nature's true
who's an
power.
entire bullshit card. Huh. All right. Can we not have a third Nissa? At this point, I would not mind a 7th land. That's equally annoying. Okay, so now we swing, transform, dumpster that, and it's not good enough. We haven't seen counter magic up until this point. He could have had it, but seemed like we try to rely on his greed and get an extra kill. Now, He has enough to activate, so we have to swing and transform and kill it. We're going to lose our BOLAS in the process, but otherwise this board is going to get radically out of hand. So I think our
No one
best
can stand
option
in my way.
is to just take it out.
Time to teach you respect.
So we block the land, block the Paradise Druid.
I will make you suffer. I know what must be done.
2, 3, 4, 5. We have 9. We cannot do both. So that is enough to activate this. That was a super close one. Well, we got to see 3 different deck types, 3 different archetypes against our revised Grixis threats, and I think it performed pretty well. I made a hysterical misclicking punt that I don't think I could do in paper, but other than that, I think I played pretty well. The Bedevil spot to get the Thief swing, that was questionable. I could have just swung the Thief in and saved the Bedevil for the Nis I knew was coming, but I thought maybe I could hit something juicy enough to make it worth it, and you know, it's all a game of risks. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, and I hope you are looking forward to the new set, which they've got the little pre-order package here already. I'm almost certainly gonna have to buy it. But until next time, I will see you later. The Fro. Adios.